channel. So today's video is going to be an everyday makeup drawer, kind of going through my current makeup products, what I've been using this spring. I did my everyday makeup drawer for spring about a month ago. I'll link it below. So just an update on those products. I am going to switch out some of the products in my drawer, but this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal everyday makeup drawer because I'm filming this a little bit earlier than I wanted to. I was going to wait until summer, but I might not be living here in a month. So I kind of wanted to film this now and see what I want to use up before I have to pack up my makeup to potentially move, which will be a very good thing, but also stressful. I'm sharing a little bit more about the house buying process on my TikTok if you guys want to know a little bit more about that. So that's kind of the mentality I'm going into this video with. These are the products that I am trying to use up so I don't have to pack. Like foundations that are almost used up. I have some highlighters that are almost used up, and I can kind of give you an update on my Sephora haul. I know I did a get ready with me with some of those products, but I can kind of compare them to other products that I also have in my drawer. Basically kind of like a favorites, old favorites, declutter project pan mashup video of everything that I've been using this spring. So let's get right into it. I'll show you what I have in my drawer. Every time I do an everyday makeup drawer, I end up just throwing a bunch of more products into my drawer. So it always looks pretty when I organize it for the video, but when you guys see the update, it just looks like a mess because I end up adding so much more makeup. So I'll show you guys what I've added to my drawer, what's been working for me, what I plan switching up for the next month or so. So let's go ahead and get right into my makeup collection. All right, so here is a look into what I'm currently using. If you guys are curious about this desk, I always get questions about my makeup vanity, my desk. My desk is from Amazon and I will link it below. I've been really loving it for the last year to store my, I would say everyday makeup, but the majority of my collection is in these drawers since I've done my declutter. I need to organize this, don't I? I don't really want to, honestly. I'll organize it for the sake of the thumbnail, but I don't really want to if I'm gonna pack up my makeup in the next couple weeks to move, honestly. Okay, so let me give you guys a little bit of a recap of what I've been using on a regular basis out of everything that's in here. I actually kind of go between everything quite a bit. So starting off with some primers, I really love the Benefit Professional Hydrate Primer. I am so gonna love this during the summer because yes, it's a little hydrating, but it's not as hydrating as say something like this that's like more of like a dewy, super moisturizing primer. I love this. But this is something that's really blurring, but it doesn't feel like so stiff on your face and so heavy like the original Professional. So what I love to do is start off with this e.l.f. facial mist. So good, makes your makeup look amazing. I put this on before primer, then I put this on top. This just gives a little extra hydration. Another primer, I always love this. I will definitely use this up. This is great. It's kind of like a skincare primer hybrid. Then this one from Ole Henriksen is a very similar vibe. These are both like vitamin C primers. This one is a lot more pore filling, more of a blurring primer, and this is more moisturizing. That's all I'm using currently for primer. I have this one from Rare Beauty, but I really don't use it the way that I use the other ones. This one is just a little too glowy. All right, I just changed the lighting, so hopefully it looks a little bit better. But then getting into some foundations. I'm trying to use up the Urban Decay Stay Naked. I'm wearing it today. I wear the shade 50 WY. I do really like this foundation. It actually really reminds me of the Fenty Eavesdrop. I just put up a review of this. Really liking it. Honestly, these are so comparable. If you like this, you'll like this, vice versa. They're both lightweight, kind of medium coverage, breathable foundations. They don't feel heavy on your skin. Kind of a matte finish for both. These are really, really similar. In case you're wondering what the Fenty one is similar to. In Fenty, I wear the shade 10 and then 50 WY. This is a little warmer of a shade. This is slightly more neutral. If I want to make it a little glowy for both of those, I'll add Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, which I absolutely love. I wear this shade number 4. Hands down one of my favorite products of all time. The Rare Beauty one, I do really like this foundation. Honestly, similar to this, but this one gives you a little bit more coverage than this one, I would say. But I'm thinking I might put this foundation away for now and add in another matte foundation to my drawer. Still absolutely loving the Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation. Probably my favorite foundation in my collection, at least at the moment. I will use this up this summer for sure and then repurchase it. This is such a good foundation. I did a review on my Instagram sharing the application and everything like that. I'll leave it below. Okay, concealer. Oh, I have one more foundation, the new one from Marc Jacobs, Extra Shot. Great matte foundation for sure. Really, really liking this. I love foundations like this. It's just like the Rare Beauty one that has an applicator like this instead of a pump. Really like that for some reason. I think it's just like a little bit easier to get a precise application. You end up using less product. That is a good matte foundation to check out for summer. It's matte and lightweight. Concealers, the only one I'm really using are these two, and I have used this one up, the Fenty one. Really love this. This is like a better version of the NARS Creamy Radiant. This one just gives you a little bit more of a flexible finish. It's not as matte. And then also using the Rare Beauty one, and I reviewed this last year and I didn't necessarily like it, but somehow I ended up using it every single day for the last 2 months. I think it's just because it's there. And I'm liking it. I'm happy with it. I have an issue with my under eyes at the moment, so no concealer is going to look amazing under my eyes. I have been going through like a bunch of eczema situations for the last 2 months under and over my eyes. So I'm not super picky with concealers because I know I have dry patches under my eyes either way at the moment. Okay, I think that's it for primers, concealers, foundations. For powders, I'm just using the same things I always use. Too Faced, matte, Born This Way, under my eyes. Laura Mercier translucent powder, translucent glow. Those are my holy grails. Lancome Absolute. I've been using this for the last couple weeks. I think I'm going to put it away for a bit because I really do like the finish of it, how glowy it is. But I don't feel like it sets my makeup. Like, I feel like I have to go in with a matte powder and then this on top to add a glow. I don't want to apply too much of this that it, like if I'm applying it on foundation to set my makeup, then it ends up looking like highlighter. I have to apply less. So I'm gonna put this away for now. I'm gonna put away the Fenty Cream Bronzer in Amber. This is the most cool tone bronzer there is, probably. It is a contour shade, but it can look a little unnatural if I don't blend it correctly, and I just have to apply so much of a warm bronzer on top so it doesn't look too harsh. Cream bronzers, other ones. Okay, we have a few going on here. So this is one of my true favorites, Yensa. I mention this all the time. You see me using this on Instagram all the time. I'm trying to use this up. I know I'm not going to use it up this month. I'll use it up this summer though, and really, really like the finish of this. I am still trying to use up. Will you guys see how much I have left? I'm going to use it up in like 5 years. The Chanel Cream Bronzer, I've been using this a lot for the last month. This was something I wish I started using sooner. I got it a couple years ago. I know it only lasts like a year and a half, but it's expensive, so I'm going to try to use as much of it up as possible. I don't find that the formula feels off or anything. I actually really like it, and I will eventually repurchase it. I'm just going to use it probably through this summer and then get rid of it just because I know it's a bit older, and you probably shouldn't keep cream products. I got the new one from Tower and Patrick Ta. These are two loves in my collection. Basically, if I did a favorites video this month, it would just be my entire Sephora haul. So I wanted to give you guys a recap of those products in comparison to some other things in my collection. So this is awesome because it's a cream bronzer that is luminous. It has a shimmer to it. It's crazy. I've never heard of a product like this with like a shimmer. And I love a shimmer bronzer. So a shimmer cream bronzer is basically my dream product. And I have been loving this so far. It's definitely not like a harsh, precise contour product. But if you want a cream bronzer, like a summery, sun-kissed, by the pool vibe, this is super awesome. Also loving the Patrick Ta Contour Duo. I shared a haul update with swatches of this I'll link it below as well. It's up on my YouTube. Really loving this. I have it in the shade Cheese Sculpted. Everything Patrick Ta has released, I have loved, and I will continue purchasing his products. They are so great. The rest of my powders, like I still love the Fenty foundation powder for a matte powder to touch up my makeup, especially with wearing masks. I'll just go in with like a beauty blender and touch up my makeup throughout the day to add back some coverage or wherever like the mask rubbed off foundation. This is great for that. And then my other favorite summer product is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So good if you need a mattifying powder foundation. Holy grail for sure. Those are kind of the majority of the face products. When it comes to blushes, I've honestly just been wearing this. This is something I put in a drawer to declutter. And then I found it and I'm like, let me try it out again. And then I fell in love with it. And I am telling you that when I first got this product, I hated it, and now this is like one of the top 10 products in my collection. So this is the Glowgasm blush from Charlotte Tilbury. Mine looks like a mess, and I'm running out of product, but this is such a forgiving liquid blush. You could apply way too much, blend it out, and it's gonna look so great. It's a peachy, I know it looks gross, but here's just, the color is like a peachy gold, stunning. Looks so natural. I have not worn any other blush, so I don't need to like switch those out. I actually want to try to use this up. I don't know if I will in the next month, but I will definitely use this up this summer and get a restock. I am really mad at myself that I know about a year ago I decluttered the Charlotte Tilbury liquid highlighter, and I feel like if I were to try that again, I would fall in love with it as well. But it's just this year I'm really into cream products, and before I hated them for some reason. So this is definitely one of the top 10 makeup products in my collection at the moment. And then right now I also have the NARS blush. These are incredibly different. This I apply like a tiny drop, and it's for my whole face. Basically this feels like a pigment drop, and this is definitely like a glowy, almost like a balm kind of finish. This is incredibly like paint-like. I love the texture of this. Not sold on the texture of this, but I'm still trying to make this work. I'm not returning it. I just need to like get used to using it, because I apply this and I go to town with this. Like I apply this so much, and when I blend it out, it looks beautiful. But if I apply a little too much of this, it looks bad. I have to put a little bit of foundation over it. So I do like this, but compared to this, like this is just at another level completely. For bronzer, I'm really just using those cream bronzers. I'm honestly not applying additional bronzer. I have some other ones like the Cover FX. I have my Smashbox Cali Contour Kit back there, but I'm not really using those products. I have some other blushes, my Benefit Box blushes. Not using them at the moment. I'm really just using the cream products, so maybe I'll move them out of the way. Oh, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder to touch up as well. And then these are the only two. Oh, actually, there's a cream highlighter that I am using. Okay, these are my highlighters at the moment. So what I'll do is I apply this on most days. The Grande Glow Liquid Highlighter in French Pearl. This is a plumping liquid highlighter. It's so good. It looks so beautiful. It is something that's really easy to blend out. It doesn't look like paint. It blends into like a creamy finish on your skin. It's a really good shade. They have a few other shades. I have the whole collection, but this is the only one I use. French Pearl is the shade that I use. What I'll do is I'll apply this all over my cheeks, and then I'll apply this on top and blend them out both at the same time. And then I'm trying to use up these two old highlighters that I have been mentioning probably for the last 2 years, but we're on the last leg. I will use this up this month, Persona Zuma. And I do have a full-size one that's completely new, but I still go back to this, and I'm trying to use this up honestly like in the next week. Let me know if you guys have used up a highlighter like this, because I have never used a highlighter this much in my life. That is the best highlighter there is. Best powder highlighter. The other one is Jouer Topaz, which is a mess. I shouldn't move with this. Like, it's kind of, doesn't make sense to pack this up in a box, get it in a U-Haul truck, and unpack it somewhere else, what, so it can just crumble all over my new house? No, thank you. I am not gonna move with this, so these are gonna be the highlighters that I use. Still absolutely in love with the Patrick Ta Dewy Mist. So expensive, so worth it. It brings joy to my life every time I spray this on my face. Like, this is the best setting spray. I still have this Pure Cosmetics tinted moisturizer that I got on BoxyCharm last year. Honestly, I have not even opened it. I just think that when it comes to doing my makeup recently, I either don't do it or I do a full face of makeup. So it's hard for me to commit to a tinted moisturizer, because if I'm gonna put on a little bit of makeup, I'm just gonna put on a full face, lashes, liquid lipstick, cream contour, everything. It's not in my routine at the moment to do like light makeup. I either just wear absolutely no makeup or do a full face of makeup, but that might change a little bit when I move. Okay, that's kind of the majority of what's going on in here. I have some other random products, but nothing really worth mentioning, or if I probably have mentioned it a million times. Let's move into this side where I have my eyeshadows. So I have some rediscovered favorites and I have a few new products. This is just my mess of an eyeliner situation. I really need to use these Marc Jacobs eyeshadows. I forgot that I have them in here, and I do use the ones from Lawless. These are amazing. They're bio glitters. Check them out. I don't know why more people aren't talking about them. These products should have been talked about the way that the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows were talked about in like 2017, because these are the most beautiful pressed eyeshadows I have, and I love them so much. Let me mention, I've mentioned these lashes from Kiss, Pompadour lashes. A pack for like $8, a pack of 5. They last me literally the whole month. I'll rewear a pair for like 4 or 5 times, so check those out. I'll link them below. And then for eyeshadows, loving the Urban Decay Naked Wild West. I just filmed a tutorial with the blue shade. I also filmed a tutorial with this shade. I'll put that on my Instagram this week. Just overall loving this palette. Really great naked palette. One of my favorites, my other favorite naked palette is Naked Honey. Still, this is like a classic palette to me. Like, this is a really great gold palette with some olive shades. I love the shade Honey, like this kind of yellow gold, greenish gold. Super pretty. Absolutely loving that for spring. Holy Grail palette, Going Coconuts from ColourPop. Like, these are all the palettes I've been wearing the most lately. This shade is like one of my favorite shimmers in my whole collection. This is my favorite ColourPop palette and favorite affordable palette. I have not touched, I'm gonna put the Soft Glam palette away. I think it's just, I'm not really going anywhere. So these shadows, I know I do my makeup for videos and stuff, but I've just been doing a lot more natural makeup lately. And I just can't get myself to use like a really dramatic palette. Not that this is dramatic, this is all neutrals, but the shimmers are very dramatic and bold. So a lot of times I just want like a soft shimmer, you know? Something that's just like a nice simple champagne, a wing, a lash, good to go. But when I put something like this on my lid, I'm like, okay, now we have to do a whole production, you know, like get out the eyeshadow primer, everything like that. So I'm not gonna be in that mood for the next month if I am moving. So I'm gonna put this away and switch it out with like something a little bit more practical. I am still using and loving this Too Faced palette, just a really basic neutral palette. But honestly, out of everything in here, the thing I wanna talk about the most, Natasha Denona Gold. I reviewed this years ago, wore it for a few weeks, put it away, never reached for it again. I've been wearing this almost every single day for the last month. Today in my intro, I'm wearing this shade. I go between this one and this one on the lid a lot. I need to do another eye look with this, and I need to try out some of the blues. Like, I might keep this in here because I'm really getting good use out of this, and now my mentality with my makeup that I have decluttered a lot of makeup and I'm really taking advantage of my collection. I want to hit pan on my expensive items. I want to make sure that they are loved and used up. I really love using up products because I don't like things going to waste. So if I can hit pan on a Natasha Denona palette, I feel like it's just like a different relationship I'm having with makeup lately, where before I wanted to keep everything super pretty, but like now I want to use the things I bought. So I really love this palette. I think just like my makeup style has changed so much this year that I would have thought this was boring like a year or two ago, but this is like my favorite palette at the moment. And like the Charlotte Tilbury liquid blush, I hated that, and now it's one of my favorite products. So reassess your makeup collection is basically the point of this, because sometimes you might like change your makeup style and rediscover products that you weren't using before. So getting into the rest of my collection, I might just pick out like one eyeshadow palette, one foundation, like very few products, just to keep things realistic with moving. So let's see what we got. Is there anything here? Maybe let's go back to the Latte palette, because this is a really good neutral that's not as dramatic as the Anastasia shades. And this is something I can definitely declutter by the end of the year if I use up some of these shimmers. Like if I completely use up my favorite shade in here and like some of these mattes, then that's kind of everything I use in the palette. So let me add this back to my collection, because I loved using it. I used it so much, obviously, and it's been a really long time. So I'm gonna add that back to my drawer. Let's see, there's more eyeshadows here. These are all the eyeshadows I basically had in my drawer earlier this year. The ColourPop Love Struck, these little mini palettes. I don't really find interest in those at the moment. And then here is the rest of my makeup. Let me zoom you guys in. So I'm gonna add the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation to my drawer. I loved this last summer, and I want to add a matte foundation for summer to my everyday makeup drawer, because I remember this being really great, just everyday matte foundation. Definitely gonna add that back in. I feel like it's similar to the Urban Decay Hydromaniac. I need a concealer because I only have that Rare Beauty one. I'm gonna go with this Jouer High Coverage Concealer. I do have a video on my channel swatching all of them. Maybe I need to rewatch my own video to see if this one is similar to the shade I ended up going with, because I kept a few of the shades that were similar to the one that worked best for me, and this one is Custard. So I think that this one, it's a little peachy. But sometimes like my concealer preferences change. Like a couple years ago, I know like everybody was using a concealer that was super highlighty and super light, but nowadays I'm definitely using one that's like maybe just like a shade lighter than my foundation, or 2 shades, and I feel like this is gonna be the case. So I think I will like this. I know I love the formula, but just the shade I'm a little, might be a little off, but I think that should work. Let's see what else. I think, oh, I love this from Yansa. I think I should start using this more. It's kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but better. Basically, it's a better version of the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I find that one a little too, like, it transfers too much to me. Like, I feel like it never really sets on my face. Like, it always feels like I haven't set it, and it's always just like a little heavy. But this is like a better version of that, because it actually sets and it's really nice coverage, and it also has SPF 40. Amazing product. This brand is so underrated. Their products are so good. I think I'll also add in the Good Molecules Silicone Free Priming Moisturizer. I remember really liking this last year as well, and I just want to see if I still like it. I kind of need to go through my primers and use them every now and then and see if they still work for my skin texture, especially now that I have been going through a lot of like eczema breakouts in the last 2 months. So that's why I really just wear makeup for filming and for taking Instagram pictures, because my skin has just been a mess the last 2 months. But been to dermatologist, I got some things to try out, so hopefully I get that under control. But adding both of these to my collection for the month, and I think that's gonna be it. So I'm just gonna be adding these 5 products, the 2 foundations, the concealer, the primer, and the eyeshadow palette to my drawer. I kind of want to show you guys what I am gonna move out of my drawer for now, and maybe do a little time lapse reorganizing everything so I could force myself to organize this, make it look a little better, at least for the time being. My Merit Beauty Foundation, I'm gonna put this away for now. I'm also gonna put away the Pure Cosmetics one because I haven't even used it. Honestly, I might just pass this along to my mom I feel like we're kind of a similar foundation. Fenty Beauty, I'm scraping the edges of this concealer. I need to repurchase it. I wear the shade 210, one of my favorites. Putting away the Rare Beauty primer. I think that's kind of it. Oh, I am also gonna put away the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. This is something I normally wear every single day, but lately I'm not doing powder contour and yeah, powder anything, honestly. Powder contour, powder bronzer. So I'm not really wearing this too much lately. You can see I've used it a ton for the last several years, but really the only powder bronzer, I'm using this from the Powder Top Duo, and I'm also trying to use up this one from Becca. And I also have my 5 dirty beauty blenders that I need to wash. I'm just going to hide these in the back of my drawer. And I just am moving everything else to my other Alex drawers that I just showed you guys. Basically, my goal when I move is to not use my Alex drawers anymore. Originally, my plan, I feel like I gotta kind of think while I'm doing this, but I'll chat with you guys and then I'll do a time lapse to organize everything. But basically, my plan originally, we actually have the lease to our current house until the fall. So it's gonna be a little bit of a process to hopefully break that and save some money there. But originally my plan was to get rid of my Alex drawers and replace them with like a dresser. That way my makeup collection is just kind of like hidden in my room and it doesn't like scream I make makeup videos or something. Like it's not super like cliche beauty guru from like 2016. I don't like the look of the Alex drawers, especially in like my office. I feel like it doesn't, I want something that really flows. So eventually I want to get like a small dresser to store all my makeup in. If it doesn't fit all in here, I don't think it will fit all in here. And I also have PR products and skincare products that I'd like to add to that dresser too. So I'm trying to be very conscious of like using things up, and I will get more products. I'm not trying to like completely minimize my collection, but I don't want my collection to be at a point where I have, like right now I have 2 Alex 5 drawers. Only one of them is filled with makeup, one of them is just filled with crap, and then 2 Alex 9 drawers. So I have an Alex 9 drawer that has my lipsticks that are all inside the house, and this is in my outside little studio that's basically like a shed in our backyard. It's filled with my lipsticks, my jewelry, skincare, and then my second one, more of those products, a lot of PR products, a lot of like stuff from my unboxings or like subscription boxes. I want to start cutting down on those products because I don't want to have 70 Alex drawers filled with products. I want to actually be able to keep track of everything in my collection. So when I do move, I don't know if I'm going to bring all of my Alex drawers. I might need to do like some quick declutters. I might not even film it, especially because I know I have like a drawer full of liquid lipsticks and lipsticks that are old, that are really old, and I don't really want to show. So we'll see if I end up bringing all of those drawers and what I end up doing with that. But overall, I've been really happy with this desk situation. It kind of forces me to be like, okay, what do I actually use and what am I actually gonna reach for every month? And I don't want to add more to it because then it gets so cluttered and I can't see anything. I know this is messy now, but I still keep track of what's in here, and I can still see everything in here. So let me clean up, and then you guys can see what it looks like once it's organized with everything I'm using for May. Alright, so here is everything as organized as it works for me. I know it can be prettier, but honestly this actually works for me because I just dig through there, pick out a brown or black eyeliner, brow product. I have all the eyeshadows that I'm going to be reaching for, and then I try to organize this side as much as possible. I have my primers over here, all of my foundations, another primer that didn't fit in this section, concealers, cream products, some of my powder products over here on this side, my dirty beauty blenders that I will wash, and then kind of like my skin prep products. I have another one over here, but that's fine. Cream products, powders, and I can see everything, and then all of the things that I added to my collection as well. All right, so that's gonna be everything for today's video. Let me know if you guys like this kind of vlog style look into what I'm currently using, comparing different products. I really like filming kind of casual beauty videos. I feel like I'm a little bit more honest in them when I can be like a little bit more relaxed. I would like to do some kind of moving vlogs. If you guys want to see me pack up this room, pack up my collection, maybe like a mini declutter of things that I don't want to take with me if they're almost all the way used up or I'm really not liking those products. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, like a moving series, because I feel like it's going to take me quite a while to readjust because things are moving really quickly. It might take a little while to plan out where I'm gonna film when I do move, and I spent so much time on this room, and I only filmed in it for like 3 months. I'm gonna have to take down the wallpaper and everything, the shelves, the curtain, everything in this room. I still have several weeks. It might actually be like June, honestly, but it's really coming around quickly. So I could do a video like undoing my beauty room. If you want to see that, I could do a bunch of moving videos. I love filming really casual kind of around the house videos. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, or if you want to see specific things regarding beauty and moving and just practical kind of stuff like that. So that's gonna be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok. I post videos on my TikTok every day. If you want to see a little bit more behind the scenes on moving and everything like that, I'm posting on TikTok about that every day. And then I post a bunch of tutorials and a lot of fashion, things that are more fashionable than this on my Instagram. So those will be linked below as well. But that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.